Hello and welcome back to the channel. We have another race weekend in the books. The Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka has happened yesterday, and it was a much more subdued affair than the Chinese Grand Prix 2 weeks ago. Until lap 22, when things got a little bit sideways, but more on that later. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. The good, second win in a row for Kimi Antonelli. That kid is just on fire at the moment. Yes, he was a little bit lucky with the safety car in lap 22. Still, fantastic drive, even though he completely messed up the start and dropped, I think, 4 places before the first corner. He made most of it up and then some when he got into the pits at exactly the right moment, got out in front and never looked back, never was threatened again for the rest of the race. McLaren is back, at least a little bit. After 2 absolutely disastrous Grand Prix in Melbourne and China, they finally got a good race. And they showed that they have made some upgrades. They managed to come in second with Piastri and I think 4th or 5th with Lando Norris. Piastri at least could hold his own against the Mercedes all weekend. Yes, he wasn't able to keep up with Kimi Antonelli in the latter part of the race after the pit stops and after the safety car, but still. Great drive, and after not even starting the first 2 Grand Prix, fantastic result for Oscar Piastri. Pierre Gasly was having a low-key great race for Alpine. Coming into the points, was pretty much on his own the whole race and never really threatened, and came in, I think, 8th. I really like what the new regulations did to the racing. Especially in the first parts of races now, you have lots of overtakes and re-overtakes because people are still figuring out when and where to deploy their battery. And like in Suzuka, it was like 2 corners, first corner and the last chicane, which were the most popular places to overtake, on a track where overtaking is not that easy and hasn't been in the past. I think last year it was that the race finished in the same order as it started, which never happened before in Formula One history. So that tells you all about the chances of overtaking on a course like Suzuka. Still, the racing that has been produced so far is fantastic from a fan's perspective. The bad, which is more of an unlucky than really bad, but George Russell. He was really unlucky with the safety car in lap 22 because in lap 21 he came into the pits. So that, I think, cost George Russell the race, because if he had the same short pit stop as Kimi Antonelli, I think he would have gone out in front and won the whole thing. The ugly. We still need to mention Aston Martin, Cadillac, and now Williams. If this was football, we'd be starting to talk about relegation to F2 for the next season and how the teams need to prepare for that. Now, granted, Cadillac is a brand new team, so they have a grace period of, I think, at least a season. Sure, they are seconds off the pace, like 3-4 seconds off the pace, but they will figure things out, and I'm still convinced that Perez and Bottas will help them do that, and by the end of it, they will have closed the gap a little to the rest of the pack. Although still being at the back of the grid, they will be better. Williams is a huge disappointment. I think I hope they will be better come the rest of the season. They will get out of this slump. I had higher hopes for them. The real ugly part is Aston Martin. What are they even doing? Like recently they demoted, or they took away the team principal position from Adrian Newey and hired Jonathan Wheatley away from Audi. Like, what are you doing, guys? And of course, we need to talk about the big one. The crash on lap 22 of Olli Bearman. First off, I'm really glad the kid is okay. And that, at least to my knowledge, he didn't suffer any injuries, although he limped away from the car and was pretty shaken up after it. It was, I think, a crash of 50 Gs. So really, really hard. But yeah, the ugly part about it is that it seems to have been sparked by the new regulations because of the fact that cars and teams deploy the battery at different parts of the track and at different times. There was such a giant speed difference between him and Colapinto that he had nowhere to go. Got on the grass, spun, and then crashed into the wall. FIA even issued a statement and wanting to look into it in the next few weeks until the next Grand Prix. But yeah, this is... I don't think they need to go back to the drawing board, but they need to have a really, really hard look at the regulations and at things they can change, because we cannot have this happen again. We cannot have people crashing like this. The cars are really, really safe these days. We don't need another heavy injury or anything worse. Let me know down below in the comments, what did you think of the Japanese Grand Prix? Was it more exciting than last year? Was it less exciting? What do you think of the new regulations? And what do you think of the dominance of Mercedes? Now we have like 4 weeks off, because the 2 Middle East Grand Prix are cancelled for the moment. And the next one is Miami at the beginning of May. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!